if you give kids a free environment, they will help each other. It's natural. And one of my major criticisms of schools is that it's like you have to do your test by yourself. And I think that's bollocks. I mean, it's just rubbish because you can't get through life by yourself. You need to work with other people to solve the problems. And the one thing that very few, if any, schools do is give people tests as groups and teams and classes. They give people tests on an individual basis. Never in life, ever, will you really be tested on an individual basis. You will have to make choices on an individual basis based on your preferences, for sure. But the only way to succeed in life is to work with other people. Tests condition us to do the opposite. No, you can't help. I mean, you're sitting in a test, you want help, you try to ask someone, you get punished for it. No, it's a test. Well, fuck you and your tests, right? I mean, right? I mean, I'm asking someone for help, and you're telling me I can't get help, and I'm the bad one because I asked for help? Fuck, the only way you get anywhere in life is by asking for help. And you're punishing me for doing the most important thing that I could ever do?
Asking for help.
Yeah, it screws up society. I mean, how many business presentations have I seen, even recently, where the basic fundamental premise of the business principle is that nobody's asking for help? Everybody's got problems and no one's asking for help because it was trained out of people when they were young. And the people that progress, that's why the difference between good leaders and great leaders, a lot of the time good leaders are very dictatorial, but great leaders are led by humility. And a good leader will know the direction they want to go in, but a great leader will consult other people who know more than them about what is the best direction. So we're drilling out of children the one skill that they need to have to be great leaders. There's not really a counter argument to it because it's obviously correct. And the problem is that the system fears a great rise in too much independent thought, and that's individual based on people and their history, where they fear progress, they fear change, they fear differences. They don't know how to handle it. Yeah. How well do teachers handle things outside of a classroom situation? Not very well sometimes. Well, sometimes they handle it greatly, but just comes back to how many physics teachers are physicists, how many chemistry teachers are chemists, how many English teachers are writers, how many math teachers are mathematicians. It does cross over sometimes. I mean, I can think of, obviously the French teachers speak French. Obviously, your art teacher usually produces some level of good art. I can think of examples where accounting teachers were also accountants in their free time. So, you do find some people with some level of experience, but teaching, here's some madness. Teaching is very synonymous with giving up.
Giving up?
Yeah.
Up, please.
Hello to the people of the world.
Sorry. I've been asked if I want the light on.
That's all right. I just thought it was a disco. It looks like a disco party for about 30 seconds there, but that's okay. Right. Yeah. Well, we have to realize that it's a time principle. More time on this is less time on that. I believe you should go in this direction. Wow. Because, you know, who d- who died and made me God, right?
Mm-hmm.
Nobody. It didn't happen. So um, I I have my duties, responsibilities, and maybe a few rights as well. And but but fuck, I know that I'm not right a lot of the time. I mean, what kind of position is that? I mean, that's a human position. I can stand in front of people, I can put my heart on my sleeve, I can bleed to death, and I can say, well, I know I'm not right about stuff. Oh my gosh, you can't do that in a classroom. Well, I can't be human? Oh my God. Right? No, you're supposed to know everything about, well, you know, what was the first teaching of modern philosophy? All I know is that I don't know. That was the first philosophical teaching of modern philosophy, 2,000 plus years ago, right? And we're supposed to walk into a classroom and ignore that. Yeah, oh, here's the adult, the all-seeing, the all-knowing, the all-singing, the all-dancing, you know.
Mm. When people are giving you a presentation about you should not be smoking. But do you smoke, officer? Yes, I do.
That's a child in an adult's body, right?
Mm-hmm.
And there's a lot of that. You can't ever expect anybody to do things that you yourself cannot do. And the world is full of that. I described earlier about business people or writers writing books saying that people should do things a certain way, but they're not able to do those things themselves. It's very backwards.